Get ready to bundle up. A round of very cold weather is on the way. We're getting you ready just ahead. Plus, budgeting around the holidays can be stressful. This afternoon, we're sharing a few ways to make sure you don't break the bank on gifts. And if you're looking for a way to give back this holiday season, why not give blood? We're live at the Hall Holiday Blood Drive event with more. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mackailyn Johnson here with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz. We're all getting ready for some very cold temperatures today.
We are indeed. Well, temperatures today are on the cool side, but we will wish it'll be that warm compared to what we'll be expecting by the end of the week. Ring in the beginning of the winter season. We are starting to see some sunshine out there already, with the clouds continuing to decrease and break apart throughout the afternoon. So we already reached the 50s by this afternoon, and we'll continue to warm up within the next couple of hours or so. Highs will be ranging anywhere from upper 40s to low 50s. With light winds coming in from the northeast. But as I mentioned, we are going to be seeing some pretty cold temperatures dropping throughout the day on Thursday because of a strong cold front sweeping on through, bringing in some Arctic air. We'll be seeing temperatures as low as 20 degrees for our highs. Friday morning lows into the single digits. Matter of fact, already seeing some wind chill alerts, which looks like it's kind of updating a little bit. I'll have more details about the cold weather coming our way in your forecast coming up.
Corrales, thank you. And remember, you can always find the latest weather updates on the THV11 app. You can also watch our newscast. It's free to download on the Apple App Store and Google Play. And be sure to follow the THV11 weather team on Facebook for forecasts and updates over the next few days. But it's not just the cold we're talking about. Parts of the state could see some winter weather, and some areas are already preparing. Benton County officials will start pre-treating the roads later today ahead of Thursday's forecasted snow up there. RDOT is doing the same on state-maintained roads. They use a salt brine mixture to treat roads and bridges, but officials tell us that only works to a certain point.
Once it gets single-digit Thursday night, Friday morning, the salt brine does not work as well as it normally does.
Parker says when the temperatures drop as low as expected, they'll have to adjust the ratio of the salt and water. And we're going to check in with RDOT later this week to learn more about how they're preparing for the cold here in central Arkansas. And the Arctic blast couldn't come at a worse time when millions of Americans are expected to hit the road for the holidays. We're about to reach some of the busiest travel days of the year, with AAA predicting about 112 million people on the move. And Arkansas isn't the only state that could be seriously impacted by the storm. So experts say be prepared for changes no matter where you're traveling.
Certainly with Thursday's anticipated winter precip, if you were planning to travel that day and you're able to modify your travel plans, that's probably going to be your best bet.
AAA expects Friday and Saturday to be the busiest travel days this week for people driving to their destinations. Even if you're not traveling for the holidays, it's still important to make sure your car is prepared for the cold. Experts suggest getting ahead of our single-digit temperatures and winterizing your car now so it's in good shape. THV11's Brooke Buckner shows us how.
Everything affects a car when it's this cold.
D. Coleman at Coleman & Son Automotive already has people bringing in their cars to get maintenance before the extreme cold hits.
We don't ever know what you might run into on the road. We're going to need to get that radiator checked, the antifreeze levels checked, the oils, tires.
AAA recommends using a quarter to check your tire tread at home. All you do is place the quarter on the tread grooves, and if you can see the top of George Washington's head, then that means it's time for a replacement. But if you see the head cut off like it is here, you're in pretty good shape. Coleman also says it's an important time to check your tire pressure.
All cars have your tire pressures on the door, on the driver's door. If you want to open that door, look inside, it'll tell you exactly how much pressure that car needs.
And if your car is taking a little longer to start, or it's been about 3 or 4 years since you replaced your battery, he says it might be time for a new one.
You want to go ahead and get that replaced before it leaves you out in the cold.
Nick Chabaria with AAA says most of the calls they get in the winter involve dead batteries. He recommends keeping a bag of essentials in your car in case you're stuck for a long period of time.
Certainly some warm clothes, hats, gloves, keep those in your vehicle. Jumper cables, again, we talked about batteries. Those can come in handy if your battery does die and there's someone that can assist you with jumping your vehicle to start.
And if there's any ice or snow, he says it may be good to upgrade windshield wipers before it arrives.
You know, some windshield wipers, depending on the quality, need to be replaced every 6 months.
And keeping your gas tank full is always a good idea.
Something to keep in mind as you look to get your vehicle winter ready, as well as what to have inside.
In Little Rock, Brooke Buckner, THV 11 News.
This afternoon, we're working to learn more about a double homicide that happened in North Little Rock last night. North Little Rock police were called out to the 800 block of East 16th Street just before 6 last night. When they arrived, officers found 2 people inside a car with gunshot wounds. Both were pronounced dead on the scene. Anyone with information is urged to give the department a call. Stay with THV 11 and THV11.com for the very latest as investigators release new information. And we're learning more about one person killed in a deadly drunk driving crash. It happened just north of Jacksonville on John Hardin Drive near the county line. Jacksonville police arrested the other driver, identified as 27-year-old Kevin Karasik, when they say a blood alcohol test came back at .12, above the .08 legal limit. Karasik is charged with DWI and negligent homicide. The victim's name hasn't been released. Happening today, the Little Rock Board of Directors will take up the budget for next year as time is running out to approve it. As we've been reporting, the 2023 budget includes extra money for public safety. That includes pay raises for police, fire, and 911 center workers. It sets the starting LRPD salary at $50,000 a year with a $10,000 signing bonus. The budget also funds 103 new police vehicles. We'll have an update on that meeting tonight on THV 11 News at 10. In Saline County, the Benton City Council is making changes to proposed utility rate increases after citizens voiced their disapproval. For weeks, we've been reporting the Benton Utilities Commission is asking for more money to pay for upgrades to handle the growing city. Under the original proposal, residents would pay about $17 more a month to cover water, wastewater, and electric. But last night, the City Council went with a smaller increase in rates. The president of the Benton Utilities Commission says it's not enough to keep them out of debt.
We are in all likelihood going to run out of an unrestricted cash balance and have to access reserves before these rates take effect. I don't know how you expect the utilities to function and provide the service that citizens of Benton deserve based upon the proposal that's in front of us.
A final vote is expected at the next council meeting in January. Now listen to this. An Arkansas lawmaker wants to make sure we never have to change our clocks again. Republican State Representative Johnny Rye of Truman just filed House Bill 1039 to make daylight saving time permanent in Arkansas. He filed a similar bill last year, but it didn't make it out of committee. The 94th General Assembly begins January 9th at the state capitol. Well, just 5 days away from Christmas, and if you're still looking for a way to give back, why not give the gift of life? THV 11's Ashley King is live at the hall for the Arkansas Blood Institute's Holiday Blood Drive. How's it going out there, Ashley?
It's going great, and not only are we here with these amazing people that are donating, look who else showed up. That's right, Santa is here. And Santa, are you making a donation today?
Santa is going to donate today because, you know, Ashley, donating blood is the best gift you can give.
It really is. And if Santa can show up at this busy time of year for Santa, then anyone can take time out of their busy day to donate, right?
Well, Santa heard you were going to be here, so it was a little easier.
Oh, that's what it is. Well, I appreciate that, Santa. Hey, listen, you're going to stick around, right? Because you are donating here in just a few minutes.
Santa's going to be here. Come down. Amnesty program. Donate. You get put on the nice list.
Oh, you're getting called out right now. Okay, so if he can do it, anyone can. We want you to show up to the hall. We're going to be here for until how long today?
We're here till 5 today.
5 today. It's easy, quick, get in and out, donate, get on Santa's nice list if you give, and you get some other great stuff too. We're going to be talking about that coming up. We're at the hall, and obviously very exciting if Santa is here, so we'd love to see you too. Back to you guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, Christmas again is just 5 days away, and though inflation has showed signs of easing, many families are still feeling the pinch. A little later, we're sharing ways to keep high prices from stealing your holiday. Corrales?
That's right, we're counting down the days to Christmas. Tomorrow is the first full day, or the first day of the winter season, and we are definitely going to be feeling like it by the end of the week. I'll talk more about this dangerous cold coming our way in your forecast just ahead.